Hey, what's up, friends? Welcome back. If you guys are brand new here, welcome to the show. My name's Anton, and this is the Anton's Aqua Rock Show, and today we're going to be reviewing Five Finger Death Punch's brand new single, Times Like These, off their upcoming record, Afterlife. Now, to anyone who doesn't know who Five Finger Death Punch is, if that's possible, especially if you're on this channel, you know, heavy metal, hard rock, that kind of thing. But if you don't know who they are, Five Finger Death Punch is an American heavy metal band from Las Vegas, Nevada, formed in 2005. And the present members in the band are Zoltan Bathory, who's a founding member, Ivan Moody, another founding member, Chris Cale, Charlie Engen, and Andy James, which are all new. And yeah, Five Finger Death Punch is an incredible band. I think they're just very special, just how big they've got. And you know, I feel like in this area, I feel like them and Slipknot are kind of like the titans of this like new wave of heavy metal bands after like Iron Maiden, Metallica, you know, that kind of thing, you know? But also, before we get into this one, if you guys have any song requests for me, please leave them in the Discord. First link down below, and that's it. So let's get into Five Finger Death Punch, Times Like These. Ooh. I love that guitar pattern. Might end up being my favorite. Already, I love Ivan doing those ambient sounds with his voice. I actually looked, I think this was one of the they make these like mini documentaries when they're making albums, and I think this is actually featured on one where I think he's talking into an acoustic guitar, like the sound hole, and they're recording the echo. That's what I think. But I'm loving the acoustic guitar, and I'm loving, as Five Finger Death Punch does sometimes, how they're like blending the electric and the acoustic here. But let's get back into it.
Nights like this under a harvest moon, it came too fast and it's gone too soon.
Ivan sounds a bit different here.
And a frozen tomb, a memory for the win. Anyways, anybody notice that the sky is falling? Are we all just happy in the rain? Am I the only one who hears the sirens calling? Am I the only one who feels the pain? It's times like these when the sorrow shadows all the laughter. Times like these when the hurt goes on and on forever. Times like these I wanna fade away.
And that classic Five Finger Death Punch, like ending the chorus on a low. Man, this is definitely my favorite single so far.
I read all the pages from left to right. I took one in the morning and one at night. A fire still burns, but it's cold inside. It's all that I can do. Anyway, no one wants to talk about the end is coming. Pointing fingers, handing out the blame. If I gave you answers to all your questions, could you change or would you stay the same? 'Cause it's times like these when left is right and forward's backward. Times like these when days and nights just roll together. Times like these I wanna fade away.
Atmosphere.
Times like these. 'Cause it's times like these when the sorrow shadows all the laughter. Times like these when it seems that nothing worse can happen. Times like these. It's times like that I wanna fade away. It's times like these. I wanna fade
Wow, dude, man, that impressed me. That was absolutely fantastic, and like, it kind of reminds me too. Ivan has a very special voice, and I think sometimes it's only shown in the spoken word parts. You know what I mean? Like how when this song is fading out, when he's just saying like times like these, you can feel the richness, the power, but also the natural ambience his voice has, the natural atmosphere, the gravelly tone, the way that his voice literally almost like shakes the air. You know what I mean? This the low end, the bass in his voice, how it just lingers. You know what I mean? Like not every singer has a voice that can linger like that can just haunt with one note, with one word, just float away. You know what I mean? I feel like, yeah, Ivan just has such a special quality to his voice, and as he seems to be developing a style, he's like developing more of a character with his voice too, more of an ability to create, yeah, an atmosphere, a character with his voice. And just I adored this. Like I love just the simple guitar picking. I love his, yeah, that echo effect he was doing. It just adds so much, again, atmosphere to the song. And just, again, the incredible verse melody, the incredible chorus melody. Just, again, one thing that Five Finger Death Punch does so well is always having catchy melodies, like always creating memorable songs that stick with you. You know what I mean? Like this whole song is kind of reverberating in my mind right now as I'm talking about it, and it just, I love the vibe. Just, you know, these are a lot of time my favorite Five Finger Death Punch songs that I've heard. Is just these chill, moody, atmospheric ones. Like one of my favorite songs on Fate was Darkness Settles In. Like I always love these moody pieces that they can create, you know? But yeah, what do you think of this one? Let me know down below. And now let's get into the lyrics on this one. All right, we're back. So we got the first line, which is, "It's nights like this under a harvest moon. It came too fast and it's gone too soon. A wilted rose in a frozen tomb. A memory for the wind anyway. Does anyone notice that the sky is falling? Are we all just happy in the rain? Am I the only one who hears the sirens calling? Am I the only one who feels the pain? It's times like these when the sorrow shadows all the laughter. Times like these when the hurt goes on and on forever. Times like these I want to fade away." You know, like, yeah, this chorus I can appreciate a lot, you know? And it's times like these when the sorrow shadows all the laughter. You know, I've talked about this a lot on my podcast. I've talked a lot about this on a lot of these videos that just, you know, I feel like we, you know, the 2020s and ever since COVID, it's like, yeah, there's just, even though a lot of the worst part is over in some sense, you know, we still have obviously massive problems in the world, but it's like people are still kind of like, you know, one thing I just noticed is like the glint in people's eyes is gone. A lot of people are just kind of checked out. A lot of people have become very jaded, you know, obviously in these last few years, and it's interesting talking to people, you know. It's like, yeah, when the sorrow shadows all the laughter, you know, it's just, yeah, there's this, like, I almost feel like how some people would talk about the Cold War, living through the Cold War, living through the 70s and the 80s. You know what I mean? Like, you know, the if anyone's seen Watchmen, like V for Vendetta, that kind of thing, just like the doomsday clock, right? Like, you know, till midnight, till nuclear apocalypse, that a lot of people through the Cold War were talking about. And yeah, I feel like we're kind of living through our version of that right now, and I'm starting to really notice, yeah, just how people are just living with this level of apathy in some sense. You know, people have already almost admitted, like, you know, people in my family, people I talk to, this feeling like, yeah, it's all fucked. You know what I mean? That's like a statement I hear a lot, like, it's all fucked. Like, you know, and a lot of people older than me are like, oh yeah, your generation's screwed. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to bring kids in the world right now. And it's just an interesting statement. Like, I wouldn't want to bring kids in the world. It's like, okay, like, that's indicative of how you view the world. Like, there's like, you've lost hope. you've lost hope that there's any good that will ever come in the future. And, you know, my thoughts on that is always like, I'm the opposite. I'm like, I feel like the only thing you can do is bring new life into the world, you know, because they're the ones that are going to change things. I'm not going to be around forever, right? So if I don't raise kids, bring good people into the world that will do something good, and yeah, that's the only alternative. That's the only thing to do in some sense. You know, obviously it's not in everyone's cards to have children, but if that's what you want to do, I say go for it. If that is your path, it's like, I think we need good mothers and fathers, and we need good role models to make sure that we aren't screwed, you know? And at the same time, like, we've been through so many things. We've been through World War I, World War II, the Cold War, you know? Humans always find a way to persevere, you know? But I read all the pages from left to right. I took one in the morning and one at night. A fire still burns, but it's cold inside. It's all that I can do anyway. No one wants to talk about the end is coming, pointing fingers, handing out the blame. If I gave you answers to all your questions, could you change, or would you stay the same? Yeah, that's a good question too, right? We know a lot of the problems, but most of us aren't doing anything, myself included. You know, I could definitely do more, you know, with all of the things going on in the world, but, you know, we just get into our rhythms and our routines, you know? And also, I think we all are, you know, we all simultaneously... Actually, no, yeah, I think a lot of people just don't really think that they can do anything, you know? Because it's times like these when left is right and forward is backwards. Times like these when days and nights just roll together. Times like these I want to fade away. I love how he changed the chorus. I think that's a really neat thing, is he actually completely changed, or not completely, but he changed a lot of the chorus, kept the same melody, but changed the words. I think that's, again, it's very creative. It just shows that Ivan has a real attention to making this song special and having a strong meaning, you know, not just writing one chorus and having that go, you know? But times like these, I want to fade away. It's time like these, I want to fade away. Yeah, man. I think Ivan is... Whew. Yeah. Oh, I hope he's okay, you know? I hope he sticks in there and finds something to live for, you know? But anyway, what were your thoughts on this one? Let me know down below, because as I said, this one blew me away. And lastly, I just want to give a big shout out to my tier 3 patrons. So we got Amber, Britt, Brianna, Daphne, David, Kelly, Ken, Laura, Melissa, Russ, and Sharon. So shout out to all of you, and I'll see everybody again tomorrow. I love you. Bye.